Good evening and welcome to the Carrie Campbell Show. Today we're going to be enlightening you, our petty viewers, about tattoos and the positive and negative aspects of them. Our guest today will tell you about their experiences with tattoos. Sitting next to me is Scott Smith. Scott, you say you have a tattoo. What compelled you to get one?
Well, I don't know, Carrie. I've always been interested in getting a tattoo ever since I just turned in my teenage years, because I'd known a couple of older friends that had one. My older brother had one on his arm, and I don't know. It was just one of those things that I thought was necessary for my life in order to complete it, and that's why I got one.
Well, great. And how did you decide on which kind of tattoo to get?
Well, seeing as I'm slightly interested in music, I chose a specific tattoo that I liked. It was a guitar, and it has a purple dragon wrapped around it. It was about my third trip down to the shop that day when I finally chose the tattoo, and I was the last customer that they did that day. And when I had it done, he put it up on my shoulder, and it took about 40 minutes. It wasn't that bad at all.
Wow. Well, have you ever wished that you got the tattoo maybe somewhere else on your body?
Well, not really. When I originally went down there, I thought about getting it on my arm, but then I thought that may prohibit some things later on in life. If it's like too low on my arm, I might not be able to hide it as well if I have to do so.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. I just thought that putting it on my back where I could hide it pretty well would be a better choice for me.
Well, how about showing us your tattoo tonight?
I don't think so.
Oh, come on, Scott. We don't want to disappoint our viewers out there.
Well, since you put it that way. Oh, excuse me.
That is an exquisite piece of artwork you have there, Scott.
Thank you.
If I were you, I would be quite proud of it. All right. Our next guest, John Davies, is a prime example of what can happen when not enough thought is spent on choosing a good tattooist. If you'll notice the nub. Good evening, John.
Thank you, Carrie. I've been looking forward to this all week to come here, and can't wait to show to our viewers what happened to me here with my little arm accident.
I'm sure. And do you think you could please tell us a little bit, how this tragedy has affected your life?
Sure. Well, I received the tattoo and everything was going well until later that night my arm started to swell. And it just started to hurt, and this pain just kept going through my arm. And it just turned purple and blue, and then it just got so painful, I just passed out right on my couch. And then I woke up about 5 hours later, and I noticed that my arm was on the ground. Like half my arm had fallen off, and I couldn't understand it. And this is I was left with this little nub right here. And, that's how it happened.
Oh my, that's terrible. That's absolutely terrible, John. What have you done to compensate for this? What are you doing for it?
Well, I basically sued the hell out of the guy, and I got about $1 million settlement for it,
Uh-huh.
and
You're enjoying it, I guess.
Oh,
What do
pretty
you
much,
plan?
yeah.
Are you gonna give the money maybe to any charities? Or
no,
what do you,
no way.
No.
Give the money to charities? Hell no. I would do that. I plan on going on trips. Going to Vegas, spend it there, gamble a little. Go buy a house, a few cars.
Okay, okay.
Whatnot.
Okay, thanks. I've had about enough of that, and I'm sorry, viewers. I apologize for John's self-centered attitude. And actually, floor manager, would you mind getting this guy off my stage and off my show? I can't bear to look at him. Nub or no nub, obnoxious, get him off. Sick of it. Thank you. We don't need people like you on this show. I'm glad that arm fell off. Oh, goodness, I apologize. I'm very sorry for that. We didn't know he had such a chip on his nub shoulder. Okay, moving right along. Right now, I would like to invite our TV couch potatoes to call in, and we will get to your questions when we feel that they are relevant to any of our situations. Our next and final guest is an area tattooist from Ancient Art Tattoo, Andy Adams. Thank you, Andy, for joining us. Can you tell us why you decided to become a tattooist?
Well, Karen, I'd always been interested in tattoos since I had taken some art design classes at Roanoke College. My dream of giving tattoos never came true until I spent some time over there in the Salem County Jail, where I was forced to tattoo the serial numbers of every prisoner on their buttocks.
Oh,
Yeah, I was the
Seen
smallest
some of
one on my
them.
cell block. It's kind of gross, to tell you the truth. But now I'm creating tattoos, Ancient Art Tattoos, which is located in Roanoke at 5493 Franklin Road Southwest in Roanoke. Come.
Okay, great advertising bit, Andy. But what kind of advice would you give to someone if they were to decide to get a tattoo?
Well, if I were them, I'd go to 5493 Franklin Road Southwest Roanoke.
Well, great, very great for your store. But what if they don't live in the area?
Okay, well, God forbid. First off, go visit the place where you were thinking about getting your tattoo. Check out the other people's tattoos that have gone there before. Another good thing to do is make sure you actually want a tattoo because it'll never come off. Also make sure that the tattoo parlor is clean. You don't want to take on some kind of disease. Okay, and that just stinks. I mean, you never know what could happen. I've heard about body parts other than arms falling off. Kind of stinks. So.
Okay, well, Andy, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but we have a caller on the line. Hello, caller. Would you like to ask Andy anything?
Yeah, Andy, I was wondering if it was at all possible to get a tattoo of an eye put on my eyelid, so when I'm sleeping, it would appear that I was awake. That way I could sleep in Alan Gleiner's TV production class without him knowing.
No, there's not. Stupid idiot.
Okay, well, thank you for that call. And now, we're going to do something special on the show. Andy is actually going to put a tattoo right on my upper arm. So stay tuned and we'll show you what it is like when we get right back to it. Goodness. Thanks, Andy. Yeah, but Andy, I wanted a picture of Mickey Mouse. What is this thing? You put some skull on my arm. Oh, my goodness. I guess it'll do all right. When I go riding my Harley on the weekends, I guess I'll fit right in now. Well, that's all we have time for today. Thank you very much for tuning in to the Carrie Campbell Show. And don't forget to tune in tomorrow when we have African racing slugs. See you next time.
You're going through a tough one. You know the